Well, good afternoon. It is Wednesday, July 7th, episode 309 of Worship Live. We appreciate so much you joining with us. This is kind of the end of the week, and we will be not broadcasting Worship Live till after summer is over. Robert has been having a rough couple days post-op, and I want to encourage you to keep praying for him, that God will give him strength as we're getting ready to go into our summer season, which begins on Sunday evening. Can't believe it's finally here. So we're going to dip back into the archives. I believe this is episode 21 of Worship Live. Let's worship today with Robert and Joyce Hayes.
Well, it's Wednesday, as you said, Wacky Wednesday. So we'll see how the day goes today, and hopefully nothing really wacky happens, but we're ready for it. Anyway, we've been warned.
It's been fine so far.
Well, we have something wacky to tell them at the end.
We do?
Yep.
Well, you're trying to get the suspense.
Yes.
And okay, very good. Yeah. Well, you know, it's been kind of fun to see how people take care of each other. One of my favorite stories is Susan Mahoney going to visit two of our friends who are volunteers that we see them almost every day, Faye Geyser and Jerry Deem. And she went to their house, called them on the phone, and talked to them from the front and outside on the phone. And I love the picture. She took a picture of Jerry peeking her head out the door. She didn't come any further. She just peeked out. But yeah, it's pretty special how people are seeing the need to reach out to somebody and to make a difference. You know, one of our biggest things is when we can be in a crowd and feel alone. But when we are alone and we feel isolated, I want you to know today that Jesus leans in to listen to you as you present your request to him. If it matters to you, you may feel very alone, but I want you to be encouraged that it matters to the Master. The things that concern you, your joys and your sorrows, the things that you want to just tell somebody, pour your heart out to the Lord, and he hears you and he rejoices with you. You matter to the Master. When life gets you down and you feel more broken than whole, when your wounds go deeper than words and you can't tell a soul, I may not know what you're going through, and I cannot make that high mountain move, but one thing I found that I really want you to know: if it matters to you, it matters to the Master. He wants to share the burdens you bear, whisper peace when your worlds get shattered. If it's your greatest joy or your deepest pain, or you're really needing an answer, if it matters to you, it matters to the Master. Now, friend, do you think the maker and giver of life is far too busy to care about your trouble and strife? He sees the sparrow that falls to the ground. He hears the tears that don't make a sound. If you only knew how precious you are in his sight. If it matters to you, it matters to the Master. You know, Bill, it matters to the master, but it matters to us too. And that's why we have people at our desk, our staff are taking calls so that people can call in and we'll pray with them. And we're there to listen, and they're waiting for you. So I know the number comes up at the end on the screen, I believe, or down on the comments or whatever. But reach out. We'd love to be an encouragement to you.
Cool story. Our partner care team is going through and calling 8,000 of our partners just to let them know that we care for them, we love them, and we're concerned about them. Well, one of our partner care team members called a lady, and when the call came, she saw on call ID it was America's Keswick, and so she said to herself, I'm not going to answer that phone call. They're asking for money. Her husband had just been taken to the hospital with a heart issue, and she couldn't go with him. She had to stay at home.
Wow.
And when she listened to the message was, we're not calling to ask you for money. We're calling to just pray for you and let you know we love you. And she felt so bad. But you really do matter to all of us. And so pick up your phone, 1-800-453-7942. We'd love to pray for you and with you.
Well, Robert, can you believe the price of gas right now. We were talking about this, that's actually might go under $2. I mean,
Yes, and it's crazy because we have nowhere to go.
I know. So, can we really?
word.
So I was thinking probably toilet paper costs more than a gallon of gas, maybe. Maybe.
What's toilet paper? I got toilet paper this weekend. I was so excited.
You were excited.
I was. Went to not Dollar General, Family Dollar, and the store was stocked with toilet
paper. Wow,
That is so weird.
that's good.
I
Yeah.
still don't understand why we
I
have
don't
a
either.
shortage of
And now flour. Flour is the next thing.
Really?
And then last night they talked about
'Cause
pizza.
everybody's baking.
People are stocking up frozen pizzas.
Frozen pizzas. Wow. Wow.
So what can we start them on now?
Yeah. Yeah, we could say something that
Sauerkraut.
we're having troubles getting.
Sauerkraut.
Yeah, sauerkraut, we couldn't get any sauerkraut.
Or Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are in great demand.
That's funny. Well, the reason I was saying that is because we don't have any place to go, so we don't need gas because we are sheltering at home. And those of you, we're here at Keswick, but we live here at Keswick. Walked across, or I actually drove here, but could have walked. And so we're sheltering at home, and that's what we're hoping that you are doing. It's the middle of the day, so probably you are doing that as well. And that's where we feel safe. In fact, when Robert did go out the other day to the grocery store, he came home and said, "It's scary out there. It's
Yep.
scary out there." Maybe you've experienced that. It's a little scary out there. When we're home, we feel safe, and that's the safest place for us to be right now. But when we think about that, sheltering at home, sheltering in the arms of Jesus, Dottie Rambo wrote this beautiful song as she stood on the water down in Florida, as a storm had come in, and the words came to this story as she looked for her comfort and her solace in the Lord, and she was given the words that we are sheltered in the arms of God. He promised that He will never leave us. Listen to the words of this Dottie Rambo song, "Sheltered in the Arms of God." I feel the touch of hands so kind and tender. They're leading me in paths that I must trod. I have no fear, for Jesus walks beside me. For I'm sheltered in the arms of God. So let the storms rage high, the dark clouds rise, they won't worry me, for I'm sheltered safe within the arms of God. He walks with me, and naught of earth shall harm me, for I'm sheltered
Well, this afternoon at 2:30, we have the Recovery Unplugged podcast. Chaplain Juan Mendez, who oversees the ministry of the Colony of Mercy, is going to be talking about embracing the process. If you've never had an opportunity to listen to this podcast, this has been a podcast for men and women who struggle with addiction. All of the past podcasts of Worship Live, as well as all of our daily 2:30 podcasts, are available on our Keswick YouTube channel, America's Keswick 1. So I want to invite you to check that out. And as I said at the beginning of the podcast, I want to remind you that we begin our summer season on Sunday at 7 o'clock. Dr. Roger Wilmore is going to be speaking in the evenings, Sunday night through Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And Pastor Frank Cerrone from Torchbearers International will be with us Monday morning through Thursday morning at 9:30. So even though you're not going to get Worship Live, you're still going to be able to tune in at those times to worship with Robert and Joyce and hear the ministry of God's Word proclaimed from the pulpit of America's Keswick. So I want to encourage you to do that. We still have rooms for week 1 and week 2 if you'd like to join us on campus. To make a reservation, call 1-800-453-7942 or visit our website, www.americaskeswick.org. Now, if you live local, you know what? You could watch online, but there's a lot more enthusiasm and excitement when you're actually here on campus. All of the meetings this year will be in the Activity Center. We do have children's ministry available. There'll be social distancing, nothing like it was last year, but we want to keep all of our guests safe. So we would encourage you to join us. Have a great rest of the afternoon. God bless you.